Okay. Okay. All right. Give it a couple minutes. I'm going to work on a picture, on a portrait. Hi, Juanita. I'm going to work on a commission, which I do have. He never cares if I put his grandkids. I've done like 7 of them of his grandkids because he posts them online too. So, but I'm going to do another portrait commission, and Comic Book Hut is supposed to be here shortly. So I will wait on him, and yeah, so we'll give it a couple minutes. And might have to lock the cats out because pan pastels. Pan pastels. How you doing, Juanita? You little gardener? Oh, Juanita, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you so much. How's your garden doing? Is your garden? I mean, I see how your garden's looking. Is it doing okay? Oh, I got to ask you, since you're the pro, I've looked it up a little bit online, but if what do you do if your squash leaves get that mildew on it? I read something that said you can spray, and I did this already, like for 3 days in a row. Spray it with a hydrogen peroxide, cut down with water and hydrogen peroxide. Do you have any secrets? Do you have any secrets, Juanita? Thank you so much for the super chat, Juanita. Hi, Carol, Dawn. You got up all the potatoes. Hi, Rachel. Good to see you. Pamela, Kimberly, Dawn. Anybody else I missed? So I was just asking Juanita about some mildew on my squash leaves. If there's, I mean, I guess I could just really research it, but Juanita's right here. So I thought I would ask her if she knows. Milk, it stopped at the powdery mildew, Kimberly. You mean you just spray the leaves with milk? Just regular old milk? Is that what you did? Hi, Debbie Bruce. Maseki. Anybody I'm missing? Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Is that what you just spray it with, like in a spray bottle? I don't have to wash every leaf, do I, Kimberly? It's already quite grown. Let me go over here to my pictures. If a yucky brown area is what they bore, no, it's not any yucky. It's like a white mildew. It's like just like on top of the leaves, and not all of them, but you can tell it's not doing it any good. So here's what my garden looks like right now. These are my cucumbers over here. They're fine. And the mildew doesn't seem to have gotten over there. Here, let me see if I can look. Can you see? Can you see like there? It's like a white mildew. And I still have tons of flower blossoms in there, but I can't imagine it's going to last long. Milk and water and spray bottle. Okay. I'll try that, Kimberly. I hope it's not too late. And let's see. She said the yucky bite is where they bore, which your plant is susceptible to mildew. Okay, Juanita. That's why I got the mildew. I gotcha. Because of humid mornings, Kimberly said. Interesting. Because I've never had it before that I remember. I can't say never because maybe I just don't remember it. Hi, Julie Topaz. Happy Marvelous Monday. So yeah, I'll try the milk. I did try the hydrogen peroxide. I don't know that it worked. Moisture. So if you planted too close together, less airflow can cause. Well, I don't think they're too close. I only planted 3 plants. I only have 3 in there, Juanita. It's not. I don't look. There's space in there. That doesn't look too close, does it? There's only 3 of them in there. And my cucumbers are doing great. I got tons of cucumbers growing. Oh, let me show you what I picked yesterday. So I picked this yesterday, and I did get this. I did get one squash. I got one squash, Juanita, and that's what I got so far in my garden. Hi, Kathy Carney. Who else? Let's see. Dolly. Anybody else? I'm looking up. I'm over here on Twitter too, waiting to see if Hut's got my link. I sent Comic Book Hut the link, so he's going to come on today. And I got some earbuds in case I need them. I don't know if I will. I don't think Kathy and Colleen and them use the earbuds, so I think we'll be okay. How you doing, Julie? Julie's saying good morning to people. Thank you, Kimberly and Juanita, for the gardening advice. I'm going to write that in my garden journal. I'll go back and write your notes down. I got a 5 Oh my gosh. What if y'all don't follow She Spins, go follow Juanita over on She Spins. I think, was that your channel name, Juanita? I can't, because I just have you pop up in my feed, so I don't remember your actual name. I think it's She Spins, and she has amazing gardens. Not only does she spin her own yarn, her own wool from like the Shetlands or whatever, but she has amazing gardens, and she has the cutest little granddaughter that helps her. So yeah. Hi, Julia. Say hi to Dawn. Okay, Dale Kwan. That's right. Yeah, She Spins or Dale Kwan. Look for either one of those guys and go follow one. I just got gardening advice from Kimberly and Juanita, Janet. And good morning, by the way. So yeah, I think Hut said something about coming on about 9. So he may not be here for a few minutes. So we can say good morning to everybody. I'm working on another commission. I'll show you the picture I'm working from here. I've done probably, I think 5 or 6 or 7. I forget how many of his grandchildren I've done. Hang on. And so this is what I'm doing today. And it looks like she's got some chocolate on her face or something. I won't put that in. So this is what I'm working on. And I got her kind of started here. So that's what I'm going to do while I'm interviewing the Comic Book Hut. So let me make sure let me open up my Twitter to make sure if there's any issues. I have them in message. So let's see. Who else am I missing? I know, right, Kimberly? And all his grandkids look so similar. You can tell they come from the same family. You know, they're just adorable. So anyway, I'm going to work on her today and her little baby teeth. She has little baby teeth. And you have a mild dish cleaner. Not the new ones with the enzymes, old-fashioned soap ones. I don't know if I have the old-timey ones. I don't think I do, Juanita. I just have Joy, I think. I just have Joy, but it's not Sun Joy or anything special. I don't know if it's got any enzymes. So I think I'll try the milk first, and then we'll go hardcore with the, with the Palmolive, Juanita. Oh my gosh. Oh, I don't want to wipe all those leaves down. Don't make me wipe all those leaves. It's too many. Hi, Tammy. Good to see you. I just want to spray them. So we'll see. I'll try the milk, and then we'll try the hand wiping every squash leaf there. But it's got tons of blossoms. I just don't, I don't want it to die. I mean, you can tell. I got that one. I mean, look, if this is where my pictures go. Let's see. So this is what I picked yesterday. And look, I got one that's pretty, the squash is about that big. So it's a good size squash. But if I don't do something with those leaves, then I don't think I'm going to get any more. But my peppers and cucumbers are doing awesome. And my cherry tomatoes and 2 tomatoes there. So, and my bell peppers, got bell peppers. Let me see if I can, there And I got banana peppers. I got jalapenos going. And I got this kind of pepper. I forget what it's called. Cherry tomatoes, regular tomatoes. I got 2 cucumbers. So yeah. Oh no, the squash blossoms have to be there for the bees to pollinate so I can get some more, don't they? I don't want to eat the squash blossoms and like not get squash. I don't know. I'm not, trust me. I am, Janice says I'm Mrs. Green Jeans. I'm really not. I just, plant them, water them, I don't really do. If y'all want some, I'm telling y'all, go over here to Juanita. I won't do that, Juanita. I just like my squash and fried squash and onions. That's what I like my squash. But if y'all want gardening, great gardener, that's the gardener to go look at, and the yarn spinner. Hi, Missy. Hi, Ann. So y'all go follow Juanita, or Dale Quan, whichever one you can find her at. She spins. Hi, Bacola. How you doing, my little snapdragon? I learned from master gardening class. Oh my gosh, Tammy, a master. Well, right now I'm going with Kimberly's. Kimberly's is milk and water. Milk cut down with water. I'm going to try that first because it's easy. Oh my gosh. Hi, Kathy Berg. So yeah, let me make sure Hut's not saying anything. I'm waiting on the comic book Hut, but he said around 9, so he may not even be here for about 15 more minutes. And baby girl, you cannot come up here on my table with the pan pastels. No, we might have to close her out today. But yeah, so there's my vegetables so far, along with that one squash. Oh, let me turn off my overhead light. So we don't have a glare. There we go. So how's everybody doing today? Oh my gosh. Well, you probably wrote a book or have a book. Let's see who else. I had a Terry Brett, Carol, Missy. I try to say hi to everybody coming in. I know I miss people. Barb. Oh, got the hiccups. Let me get a drink of water. I don't have my lemon water this morning. I just got bottled water. I know it's coffee and art in the morning, but my coffee starts at 5 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, by this time of day, I've already done my coffee. Now I'm doing the water. Oh no, baby, gonna have to get down. Sorry, can't come up in the pan pastels. Let's see. Yeah, I don't have a lot of gardening books. I don't do a lot of gardening. I grow my vegetable garden. Hubster usually takes care of the flowers and the bulbs in the front yard, and I do the gardening in the backyard. And we're not big on it. You know what I mean? I got too much art to do, so I don't do a lot. I just have my little, what is it, 8-foot square garden. That's it. My eight whatever a railroad tie size is. So yeah. So anyway, we're going to have the comic book Hut hopefully around 9. Oh, there he is. Can you send me the link again? Oh well, yeah. You mean just message? I just message it to you. It should still be there. It still should be there. It didn't work. Well, I just typed it in. Let me put it in again. Did you put it without the dot at the front? Because if I type in the word StreamYard, it just takes me directly to StreamYard. So if you go to StreamYard and then /StreamYard, well, I have to put the dot in front of it, Hut, because it won't let me put the link without it linking to StreamYard. So it's the same one. That's right above. I just looked. I put it in correctly. I'll type it in again, but it's the same one without the dot in front. because I have to put that. Otherwise, it just takes me to the link, and I can't type in the rest. Let's see here. Gonna put it in. Let's see. I'm just typing it in. Okay, there you go. Without the dot in front. Okay. Without the dot. Let's see. What else am I missing? Well, that's what's on my screen, Hut. I don't know what else to send you. That's what's on my that's the link. I don't know what else to send you. Try that again. Try it again. Let's see. Is there another? Let's see. Is there an invite something? I think there's an invite something. Here we go. Let's see. Okay. All right. Try putting in the HTTPS. All right. Try putting in that. I can't copy and paste to your Twitter from my computer. I don't have it on this computer. I don't have Twitter on this computer. So try putting in. Let me type it in again. Hang on. Let me type it in your. I'm on my phone typing to you. Hang on. I'm going to put it in again. Let's try this. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on, Hut. Oh, wait. He got it. He got it. I see him. He's coming in. Okay. Okay. There we go. All right. Now, let me see how we can do this. Should I do it this way? How's that, guys? Can you hear me, Hut?
Yes, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, great. Because I got a new setup here with my microphone.
Okay, you're a little loud though.
I'll try to talk.
It's not echoey, but it's kind of a little not crisp.
No, okay.
So maybe just either move the microphone away from your face a little bit.
Yeah, how's that?
There you go. That's better. That's
okay.
Better.
All right, good.
Yeah.
I got two microphones here. I think that's what it is.
Okay. Are either of us echoing, guys, or are we good? I want to make sure that we're not echoing with everybody because it's hard for us to tell.
It's hard to tell. Hard to tell.
Yeah. Okay,
hard to tell.
So, Rachel's saying, welcome to the zoo, Hut.
It's great to be back. I haven't been back in a long time.
It's been a while, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, Janet said the sound is okay. So
okay, all right. Very good.
Okay, so you want to do a little pitch on your let me see if I can how do I make you bigger? Let's see here. Hang on. Let's see. I need to switch that over. How do I switch it? There we go. All right. There we go. So I'll let you stay large and talk about your Kickstarter, which I've already backed. So,
yeah.
And I need to get, while you talk about it, Hut, let me go find the link. Okay.
I want to say hello to everybody. I'm always in the chat. I always say hello to everybody, and when I can. So I'm working a lot, but it's nice to be back here and saying hello to all the familiar faces. So, but yes, I have a Kickstarter. It's called Captain Galaxy in the Dawning. It's about a space whale that is pregnant, and it's gonna come to Earth, and if it gives birth, it will destroy all of life on the planet. And I have these characters, these heroes from far away. They come to stop this from happening. I have every man. His name's Conlon, and he's a sailor, and he's one of the people that's going to help them stop this thing from happening. And meanwhile, I'm big onto mythology, and I use a lot of mythology in some of the work that I have. And one of the characters is called Manan MacLear. He's a Celtic sea prince in the story, but he's really a Celtic god. The Irish myth. He's a big with the Irish myth. there is a statue of him in Ireland, which I have a drawing of in the book, of him facing the
Cool.
sea. Yeah. So if you look up Menem McLear, that picture will come up of him standing with his arms out into the ocean. So I took that. Let me show you that because I have not shown
Yeah,
that
show the
particular.
picture. I made it a tiny URL, so I think I got the link. Somebody can go check it for me. See if that
Yeah,
tiny.
you just got to Google the name. It's Menem McLear.
No, I mean I would put in a tiny URL for your Kickstarter.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
You can find Manette for me.
So you're going to get a lot of. Dropped my pencil on the floor.
Yeah, why not?
Dropped my pencils. Oh my God.
Oh my goodness. Well, just keep talking about it while you pick them up.
Yeah, I'm going to have to pick them up after the show.
Okay, Rachel, we got an ASMR for you. Hut's Pencils ASMR.
Oh my God, what a disaster. Which is really a lot. It's pretty good. Pretty good description of me in terms of my organization when it comes to my pencils. But I do have a couple pencils. I don't have my markers here. My markers are on the side.
Okay, well, Rachel is thanking you for the ASMR. She likes those.
I'll have to get this later. But what's interesting? Oh, here's the drawing. Here's the drawing. Here's the drawing. So this character, there's always he's a space character, and I didn't really care for the idea. I thought it was kind of boring to show him coming out of a ray of light. So I kind of eliminated that idea. So what I did was I because it's a sea character, a sea creature, if you will.
So
I thought it'd be interesting.
Water?
Yeah, a lot of water. So I thought it'd be interesting that he would come out of a spaceship filled with water. And I kind of had this moment of him coming out of the water, like through a waterfall out of the spaceship. So that's one of the things that I sort of came up with. I think it looks really good.
Awesome. That looks awesome.
Yeah, so I thought that was like a fantastic way. Plus, plus I have, like I said, the statue of this character. That's actual physical statue, which I thought was just an awesome kind of way to sort of introduce this character because he's sort of a grand character. He has a cape.
Is he the hero or?
No, he's a well, in this story he's a villain.
Okay.
He's controlling the whale because the whale's not supposed to give birth on a planet with people on it. Because in the story, I'll give you a little spoiler for it. In the story, the calf, when the calf is born, it feeds off the planet as sort of nourishment so that it can go off into space and be a full-grown whale. So Menem McLear has found a way to control the creature to come to this planet to give birth. And that's his role in the story. But, he's go back to his cape, Jack Kirby always said that the capes always had sort of what you'd say,
meaning?
No, it's like a grandeur. It's sort of an ego. It's an ego thing.
Okay.
So but with this particular character, he has a cloak. That's what he calls it, a cloak. But it's a cloak of invisibility. So I kind of integrate that later on in the story, which I didn't have in the original script. So he's very much. I have some plans for him if I can do this later on. Comics is a very difficult medium to pull off.
Oh yeah, I mean the sequential art is an art in itself.
Right. So
look what Julie just said.
Let me see.
Read it on the screen, Hut. I put it up on the screen.
I see Topaz. Let's see.
Yeah, that's her. I'd like to see someone stop a whale in labor from Kathy.
Yeah. Yeah. So this character, he's sort of I have him sort of as a grand character. So he's a very he speaks very. So one thing that always bothered me about some of the Marvel movies was how they handled Thor. They sort of handled him like he's some guy next door. He's not some guy next door, Yeah. He's a guy that's been around for thousands of years. So he talks very much like the guy next door. It doesn't sound right.
Right, right. That's a good point. It doesn't. He doesn't sound magnificent enough. Like he's like a
Right,
quote unquote god.
right. The,
You
the
know.
classic version of Thor in the comics is he always talked like a Shakespearean actor.
Uh-huh.
That's how he was always written properly. And I don't care for that sort of dude next door. you know.
Yeah.
So they
Yeah.
didn't. So with this character, he's a little more grand. He's grandiose. Really more that sort of traditional villain from comics. But
Uh-huh.
that's sort of the idea for him. But so I really enjoyed doing this part of the book because then I brought in some different kind of creatures in it, and I have different scenes in it. So it's a little bit different than what I sent the script to. I sent a script to a bunch of pop men, and they
Uh-huh.
looked at it, and it's very different, and the writing's different than how I had it originally. So
Well, I know. For those of y'all that don't know, Hutt spent the last year of the COVID time. He spent the last year making this.
yeah,
So,
So I spent a lot of time. Really, it started out because I was doing a lot of interviews with a lot of creators, and I had Doug Tennaple on, and we always talk about Jonah and the whale because he has a book called Earthboy Jacobus, and because of Earthboy Jacobus is based off of Jonah and the whale, that's how we've bonded on these live streams because we always talk about it.
right.
So in the last time I had him on, it occurred to me in the middle of this live stream where we were talking that maybe I could do a story like that.
Yeah.
And then when the show was over, I had pretty much the whole beginning, middle, end of the story figured out. It was all figured out.
Yeah.
It was basically about what characters were going to be involved, how they were going to get from point, because it really is in 3 acts. So I had to figure out what was going to happen, how it was going to happen. I had all that down. I just had to sort of get the middle pieces and the middle parts out. Once I figured, get all the details in, everything pretty much came pretty quickly.
Uh-huh.
And then because I took my time with it and I didn't tell anybody, really just maybe 6 or 7 people knew about it.
Yeah.
You were one of the people. Once I did that, a lot of fun doing this. This is, because like I said,
the art looks amazing. I mean, I love the art.
I'll show you some of the other pieces.
Yeah, show whatever you want. Don't give everything away. Of course.
No. This is a page which I'm proud of. This was something that I did because I have other characters in the book. The question I had was, a lot of times people do like things in life that is selfless, and you wonder why they do it. Do they do it because they get put in a situation, and they have to do it, or do they choose to do it? So that's kind of the questions I have in this. So these heroes come and they choose to help, people on this planet to avoid this. And during the middle of all this craziness, one of the characters, I got my main character is Captain Plasma, but it's a family, and he has 2 daughters in it, and one of the daughters is Dina. Really, they have these superpowers, but they're nothing really out of the ordinary. It's really nothing really crazy. But one of the characters finds herself on the beach, and we have these sort of bystanders here.
Oh, look at that! That's a great view of them all looking down. Yeah.
Right, and they're looking down on her, and they're kind of like goofing on her a little bit. They're trying to figure out, well, who is she? Is she part of some they don't take serious what I can't show you what happened, but something happened that she saved all their lives, but they don't take what happened seriously. They're sort of goofing on her in the middle of this on this beach, in this sort of trench that she's created, from her saving all of them. They're all laughing about it. They don't realize how close they came to dying. So they're all sort of talking about this.
That's
this
awesome.
scene.
I'm already excited about it. So
right. Yeah. So they're all talking about this, going back and forth. And I have to sort of rewrite that a little bit, but this sort of happens and they kind of goofing on it, and then she has to go. She's needed elsewhere. We're at the point. We're at the point of the end of the 2nd act. So the 3rd act is about to begin right after this, or maybe it has happened. No, it hasn't happened yet. The beginning of the 3rd act. This is the end of the 2nd act. But so they're on the beach, and all these young people are sort of goofing on her a little bit. So I kind of had that scene.
Yeah.
This was a fun scene. This was a fun drawing. I had a little trying to figure out different ways to do something a little unusual with them. But this came out pretty good. I use a lot of shadow in my work, as
Yeah,
you can
I
tell.
like the high contrast.
Yeah, I do a
like
lot of that.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it's difficult to get the detail in on these little panels and stuff.
It
So it's
just makes it more, I don't know, it makes it more dramatic.
Yeah, it makes it pop a little bit more.
Yeah.
Makes people take notice of it. So that was a lot of this. I think I told you a lot that I was having a lot of fun doing this. This was a lot of love and a lot of fun that went into this work. So I was very excited doing all this over the past year. And if it gets funded, great. If it doesn't get funded, I'm still cool with it. So as long as I'm happy with it, doesn't matter to me what anybody thinks, really.
We're hoping that it does, because I really want it to. I want to read it.
Yeah. And then I had these other pages. I'll show you these other pages I got.
I think it's going to be a black and white, Tina.
It's black and white.
Yeah, it's black and white, Tina.
I'm still waiting for my friend to finish the cover. The cover is in color. I'll give you this is my cover for it. This is just me playing around with the cover, really, the color a little bit.
And then you have a colorist.
Right. Yeah? No, yeah, for the cover.
For the cover, that's what I mean.
Right.
Yeah.
And this is kind of what it'll look like, I guess. He has the specifications for it. This is done on media, multimedia paper, this one. And, it's pretty good, but I like to see it done digitally colored, I know it'll come out good, but.
I gotta say this. One of the girls, Janet, one of my moms, Janet. She's a ruler fanatic. Look at it. She's asking, you know how to use a ruler? Because I never use rulers hardly ever, and Janet uses rulers for everything. So she's kind of messing with you about, oh look, he knows how to use a ruler.
We have to. You have to know how to use everything. Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm big on that. Because when I was in school, I took a lot of technical drawing classes.
Yeah.
So you kind of need that sort of skill a little bit. That's a skill,
Well, you can talk about your history if you want to, because it's been a while since you've been on. Tina's saying that you could market it as a comic book and a coloring book.
I could probably market it as a coloring book because it's really, there's no violence in this book, and it's action. There's suggested, stuff in it, but nothing to where you don't see it. I don't show it because I don't really like that stuff, to be honest with you.
Well, you could, I hear you.
So,
I hear you.
So this is the first page. This is the opening page, which is very different than what I showed you. Is normally you have, with a splash page, which is what they call the first page, is it explodes off the out of the book. But this, I didn't want this because I had to sort of establish one of my main characters. That's Conlon.
I love the trees, silhouettes around the trees.
Well, they're fishing in the morning, him and his grandfather, and they're having like a talk about God, and that's kind of how the book opens. Basically telling him some point you're going to have to make a choice in life, and it's up to you whether you do it or not. And that's kind of how the story opens up. Hopefully I pull this off. Even if it doesn't fund, I'm going to try to get copies to people in the new year. But my main concern is really is paying the letterer.
Well, that's really, I think it'll work out, Hunt. I think so, because it's going to be an awesome book.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. I leave that up to a lot of people.
Keep the faith.
Yeah, I know. I keep the faith. Now, this was one of the pages that I did. One of the first pages. This is one of the other pages. First pages I did was all these fish.
Look at that! Isn't that awesome, guys? That's an awesome page too. I want to color that one.
Yeah, I know. At some point, I'll color this too.
Yeah.
But I done this page. And this is one of the first, and you can see with the date, I have the date on it. So this is how far up in advance I did this. This is done in September. This one, the first,
21, yeah.
Right. So this is one of the first things I did, because obviously if you're going to have a space whale, at some point in the beginning of the story, you got to establish fish. So I had to establish space fish in this book, because one of the other characters is describing how she had to come here, and which I'll talk about her in a minute. And I had to sort of talk about her a little bit, how she got here. So I sort of had to establish, all this sort of craziness going on in outer space with the fish. So I kind of, so that, this was a lot of fun. I did a thumbnail for this, and
I love that page.
Yeah, this came out pretty
That's
good.
an awesome page. Yeah.
And I used a lot of that Posca marker that you sent me.
Mm-hmm.
So I used a lot of this and this. I sort of blotched it out and created little different
It looks
effects.
great, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's good. So I used that a lot in some of this work. So it was pretty good. This has been a pretty good experience, to be honest with you.
Oh, I'm so glad because doing a Kickstarter or something like that, it's got to be, I'm not saying stressful, but it's got to. You want to, you want to do it well, and you feel the pressure, and
Right, it's okay. I kind of knew that I was gonna deal with some pressure and some kind of negativity.
Well, there's always that. There's always going
Right.
to be those
Right.
negative Nellies.
Oh, forget about it. But I don't let it affect me. It doesn't reflect on me. It's just maybe
Right.
people don't want to back it. And plus the economy's not good. That doesn't help. So I try to
keep it in perspective.
Yeah, keep it in perspective. That's basically the best thing I can do. I don't get upset by what people say about me because I'm very very comfortable in my own skin.
Right.
So, I know what my strengths are. I'm not perfect. So I know my weaknesses too about certain things. So I don't get too worked up about things I can't control.
Right.
So, whatever people say about me online, it's really only from
there's always going to be that for all of us.
Right. So I kind of you know what? I do what I got to do. It doesn't really affect what I do in terms of my purpose in life. And that, this is minor stuff. Even this book is a minor thing,
In the big picture.
Yeah. The big picture of things. But
well, it's nice that you're making something that, makes people happy.
I think people I like this. I think people would really like this book if they backed it because
right.
I have a lot of my faith in it. I was thinking about this because I feel like I'm pitching. I feel like I'm Sally Struthers.
Well, it is. That's one of the hard. You do have to pitch your work.
Right.
You have to do it.
If you send 70 cents, you can help this poor guy out in New York.
But you have to pitch your work and promote it because if you don't, who else is going to?
I know.
Help. We all try to help, but
for some reason, I've been thinking about that guy from Bonanza. He used to do all those. Can you send $1 for some child? What was the name of that actor who's on Bonanza? His name was Adam. What was his name?
Yeah, he's the dark hair guy.
Yeah, because he used to do all that.
Yeah, I can't remember his name on Bonanza because there was Haas, Little Joe.
His name was Adam on the show, right?
Yeah, Adam was the dark haired, I think, middle brother.
Oh, okay.
And then he was the older brother.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know which one you mean, but.
And I started thinking about this the other day. So I was thinking about Bonanza. I was like, you know what? I was like, Michael Landon's really had a great effect on this work. Because if you watched his shows, it was very much about faith and family.
Yeah.
And I started thinking about it. It's like, when I was a kid, we were always sort of we were always forced to watch Little House on the Prairie.
Yeah, but Pernell Roberts was the dark-haired guy.
Right.
Michael Landon was the one from Little House on the Prairie.
Right.
Bonanza. Yeah.
So, I was thinking about, for this particular work with, put my faith on here.
Right.
He was very much, he put his faith in his stories and all his characters. Right. So I was thinking that's probably where a lot of big influence is for me in this.
That's nice.
Because we were always forced to watch it. because here in New York they played it at 5:00. And we always had the TV on. This is before everyone went digital, so we always were forced to watch, Little House on the Prairie. I'd get home as a kid, watch Batman because Batman on Channel 11 he'd come on, and then after we'd have dinner, my parents would get home, and we'd all, me and my siblings would be forced to watch Little House on the Prairie. So
that sounds funny.
So
we were
that's
forced to watch Little House on the Prairie.
So that's what we had to. That's what we watched every day.
Right.
Yeah, I was thinking that's probably why the way I am, and that's how it is with my book. And it's funny with him. He was Jewish, but he was very pro-Christian in his stories.
Uh-huh.
You know, they were always going to church.
Right. They were.
And,
It was
and
very family oriented.
right, even with the Highway to Heaven,
Uh-huh.
you had these strangers coming in and just helping people. So
Right.
so this book is very much like that in a lot of ways.
Oh, I can't wait,
So
hon. I hope it's successful. I really
yeah,
do.
so that's kind of my background a little bit. If you want to know a little bit about now, this is another page I did. This is really which is on the Kickstarter. This is my whale. So
everybody wants to color it. Everybody wants to color this, hon. We go back to Kickstarter, and when you get it, you can color it.
right. But yeah, so what I did with the whale is I was like, you know what, I gotta like have something that's kind of dramatic. So this is like a full page panel. And I did a lot of research before I started doing the book in terms of specific things. Like I said, the everyman, his name's Conlon. But I was like, I got to find a name that's sort of suitable for him. And if you look up the name Conlon, it means hero.
Oh, really?
So I did a lot of research on some of these little things. And with the whale, she's not called a whale in the book. They call her Pakicetus.
Pakicetus? Is that like a Latin name for whale, or?
No, you know what it is? It's the name for an ancient whale.
Oh, interesting.
Whales used to be land mammals.
I like your, because I love history and ancient history, but I like how you're using those old, references, old heroes and the old gods and the old, word. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Right. So I use that word in the book, and I can use it as a nickname and call it Packy if I want to. So it kind of fits in with the story I want to tell. It's an ancient word it's an ancient creature, and it's it's a scientific name. It's unusual, but everybody can really pronounce it. And if I could pronounce it, that makes me happy. Yeah. Yeah. Right. If I can't pronounce it, I'm not using it.
Yeah.
So I plus it makes it easier for people. That's why there's the thing about the Celtic myth. Some of the characters' names are in that Gaelic and Irish. That really,
right.
So I kind of have.
How do you pronounce them?
Right. So I think I'm saying his name right.
I don't know. I wouldn't know, but
there's a lot of N's in the name. I know I'm saying it right, but some of the names of some of these characters from the Celtic myth and the Irish myth, it can be tough to pronounce, especially if you're English speaking. So that real heavy Irish brogue, they say it with no problem, but I try to have the names be as simple as I can. But this was really a fun page to do. I did like a thumbnail for it, and that's basically it. But this came out really good. I hope people like it.
I do, yeah. So, I really like the other one with all the fish all the way around. That.
Yeah.
One. Yeah, I really like that.
It's very dramatic. They're very dramatic thing.
Yeah, very dramatic.
So that was a lot of fun. And then I did this, and this is the one I showed you. This is the one I showed you.
Yeah.
And you helped me with this one. I think came out.
Not really. No, you did. I mean, I just gave you a couple suggestions. You did all that. It's really nice. Yeah.
Yeah, I put a lot of detail in it because I didn't have the flowers in it.
I
didn't have the flowers in the original drawing. This took me about 3 or 4 times to get it right. I don't even know if I got it right anyway. But I was like, I'll just use it. And this came out good. This is from The Birth of Venus. It's a very famous painting.
Yeah, I know the Birth of Venus is a big shell behind her.
Yeah. Yeah, big shell, and that's kind of
Botticelli, I think.
Yeah. And so I was looking at different other versions, and I kind of came up with this a little bit with the flowers.
That's nice. That's a nice take on it, because you can kind of, it kind of subconsciously makes you think of the reference.
Right. It's how can I explain it? Because of the fish reference, she rides in like a pearl, so she's inside this pearl, quote unquote. And when it lands on this aircraft carrier.
Don't tell us too much. Oh my gosh! Don't tell us too much, huh?
That's okay.
Okay, all right.
I gotta get people excited about it.
Okay, I got excited about it. That's why you want you to tell too much.
Well, I don't tell you how it ends.
I know.
So it lands on this ship, and all the sailors are fighting, all this stuff going on in the air because it's an aircraft carrier, and they're fighting with the planes and with the jets and on the ship, and they're surprised to see this young woman there, come out of this ship like a pearl, and all these flowers are there. It's sort of a magical, and they're impressed, obviously, and they have a very different attitude. And she tells them, you're in a lot of trouble. So that's kind of how this has gone. And this character name's Lamara. She's like one of the daughters, and she's into flowers. She really loves animals, and that's how I won't say anything further, but that's kind of her connection to the story. And
I think when I get mine, I'm going to color it, Hut.
Oh, okay.
I think I'm going to color my issue when I get it.
Oh, that's nice. Thank you.
Yeah, it would be fun. It'll be fun. We'll have to, have a coloring session on it when I get it.
Yeah. I would love to color this. Yeah, I'd love to color the book, but I just can't afford it.
Right. I know it's too expensive.
Yeah, it's too expensive.
To do that. Yeah.
Because top-notch guys, they take thousands of dollars.
Right. And, I know. It's very expensive to hire a colorist. I mean, you're doing good to hire the letterist.
Well, he'll be hired if my book funds. So he's not getting paid until that funds. That's pretty much it, Yeah.
Well, here I'm going to I've been putting the link in, so y'all make sure and check out the Kickstarter. And I think what's the minimum one to get a copy?
To get a copy is $20 plus shipping.
Yeah. So for about $25, $28. Oh, well, it depends on where you live too. Y'all can get back Hut and also and get a hard copy. Right.
I mean, I'm not doing digital yet.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to do a digital and not be able to know how to do the file for people.
Right. Well, there's different tiers too. So, but the minimum to get a copy of it is like $20 in shipping.
Yeah.
So
I was hoping to go a little cheaper, but I didn't think it would. No,
I don't think you need to go. I don't think you need to go any cheaper. And because he has to make a certain amount, guys, to get it back. So
right.
Y'all help him out. Help out our Hut. Because
even if you don't want a copy, you can still send me something because I do take donations.
Yeah, y'all, he does have super chats and other things too on his channel.
but really I don't really care too much about that. Just, if you want to go there and just send me like $1 for the book, that's fine.
Is that on the Kickstarter itself?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so go to Kickstarter and support Hut in some way. Either get the back the book or give a donation to help him.
Or even send the link out.
Yeah, that's good too. Yeah. Copy and paste the link.
You can't send 70 cents though to help this poor New Yorker.
You're so funny. So, do you want to talk a little bit about your history? Do you want to color? I mean, not color, draw or?
I have something I could draw, and this is one of the things that I have on that This is gonna be one of the pledges, and for this, I'll do a little bit of this.
Okay.
And if you back the highest pledge, which is called a whale of a deal, is you get everything that I'm offering plus original artwork for the Kickstarter. And this is one of the pages. This is limited to 4 people.
Yeah.
So this is just an action picture. This is not in the book.
You're just doing this for
it's original artwork for this book, and
and Kickstarter is really easy, guys. It's not complicated at all.
Yeah, the only thing is you got to register for it. You got to put your name in it.
Yeah, but you have to do that with everything.
Yeah, not with all crowdfunders. Other crowdfunding sites you don't have to do that with.
Really?
On Indiegogo, you can just go and buy it right off the bat. You don't have to register for anything.
Oh, okay.
So this is a little bit the different. It's actually, and if the book funds, they tell you got to send a survey, and the survey is really just confirmation on your
Address and
address.
stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
They make it a little confusing. I don't know why they do that, but the first time I ever did that, I didn't know what they were talking about. I think I backed like a Tim Lim book.
Yeah, and they send you a link, or well, they tell you to go to your Kickstarter.
Yeah.
And to fill out the questionnaire. But really, what it is a confirmation of your address to make sure that you get it. Yeah.
Right. It's just a confirmation on that, and then you think, well, what do I have? What survey? I'm not taking any survey.
Right.
So
they should word that differently because it's really not a survey.
Right. So Tim Lim's like, you got to fill this out. This is for your address. So, oh, okay. I didn't know.
Yeah.
What did I know?
Yeah.
So I didn't know that. So, but that's pretty much it. But I hope people just go check it out and share it and
well, I think everybody will go look it over. And
yeah.
If y'all have, or if you know somebody that likes comics, if you don't like comics, then thanks, Tina. Yeah, I just made my link into a tiny URL. I think it should be the same link as Tina, either one. I just made it small because look how long the link is. When thanks, Tina. And thanks, Tina, asking everybody to give me a thumbs up. I appreciate that. My mods are the best.
Yeah, everybody's nice here.
Yeah, they are. They are nice because they don't stay if they're not. Yeah, we are. We're a nice group, Hut. We are, and we like to support. We like to support other artists, and that's the way we roll.
That's good.
Yeah. So, do y'all have any questions? Let's see if we have any questions for Hut. Oh, that's a good question, Devin. Will you ship international? Does it ship international?
No, I can't do it because it's just too expensive.
It's too expensive. Okay, sorry, Devin. Devin's in Canada.
Oh. But I will say that if the book funds, I'm going to try to go do a digital copy probably on Amazon.
Okay.
So that's the only thing really I can offer because I know that I know that for certain places it's extremely expensive.
Yeah.
But if you're interested still, just send me like a donation. I can still take donations, and maybe we could work something out if the book funds.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Dar is the comic book Hut, and he's right now he's just working on a backer. Somebody that backs a what do you call it, reward. Can you show that fish, the one with all the fish around in the circle again, Hut, for the people that just come in? And again, I keep putting in the link there for you guys to go over there and look at it. Yeah, there's one of the pages out of his book.
Yeah.
Star. Yeah. So thanks, Hut. Do y'all have any questions? Do y'all have any questions? Hi, sister. As you said, hi. Do y'all have any questions for the Hut? I just call him the Hut, but
Hi, how are you, Dee Dee?
Yeah, Bubbly Edna. Thanks for stopping by.
No problem. Have you seen any good movies lately?
Actually, no, Hut. I don't ever go to the movies.
Why? I went to see Doctor Strange the other day. It was good.
Yeah, was it good? I'll tell you what I don't like. I kind of just wait till they come on, cable or whatever, because I'll tell you, the last, I don't know, maybe however many years. I mean, I'll go see a Star Trek. I don't really even like Star Wars anymore, but the movies are so loud. I mean, and I'm not that old, but they are like ear-shattering loud anymore. Like that's supposed to make us like get involved in the movie or something. It's annoying. I don't enjoy it. It's so, anyway. So I did not go see Doctor Strange.
Did you see Top Gun 2? That was good.
No, I didn't see Top Gun 2 either, although I hear it's got great reviews and everything. Oh, thanks, Becky.
I haven't had Bubbly Edna on the show in a long time. Yeah. I was hanging out with her the other day and we were talking and she like talks to like every person that we run into.
Yeah. She's funny though.
So she'll say to them if they're like a friend of mine, she's like, "What's your name?" And they'd be like, "So and so," and be like, "My name is Edna. They call me Bubbles. That's my nickname." I was like a new thing she's doing. I was like, really?
Oh my
Yeah.
God. Becky said she just ordered, she just backed it, Hut.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Great. I appreciate it. And you'll get the book right away because as soon, if the funds, well, the book is done. That's
Yeah.
really a major problem with crowdfunding. Is a lot of times these books aren't done. My book is done.
You just have to get the lettering done.
Right. Just have to get the lettering done, and which I have a professional letterer. His name's Bill Williams on it. So, and he does great work. He's done stuff for Antarctic Press, DC Comics. He works with Douglas Ernst. So he's very much
professional.
He's a professional.
Yeah.
And that's really all because according to Kickstarter, once it funds, 3 weeks after that, I have to wait for the funds to come in. Once I get the funds, then I can send him his check.
Right.
And
that's right on it. Yeah.
Right. And he'll get right on it. And then as soon as that's done, I get it, I proofread it.
And then send it off to the printer.
Then I send it off to the printer. And the printer that I have, they have a 2-week turnaround.
Oh, that's good.
Right. But a couple of things with the price of inflation and stuff like that, I have to sort of give myself a little time in case there's a little more money. That's why the money's so high for the crowdfunder. Just in case to cover myself later on in the summer. But yeah, so the book is done. I'm just waiting for this. July 22nd is the last day. I gave it 60 days
to fund.
To fund it, and just sort of waiting for that to happen. Once I do that, then after those 3 weeks, I'll send it to Bill. So we're talking about the middle of August. So at the end of August, I'll go through it, and then I'll send the copy to them.
So probably sometime in September, you're saying?
Yeah, and then they'll send me a proof, either a digital proof or a physical proof. And then once that happens, because they're a pretty good company, I can get like different mailers and stuff, and so all that would come in, and I'm really organized. I dropped all these pens on the floor. That's one thing.
That was awesome, though.
But when it comes to doing that kind of stuff, I'm extremely organized. So we have very good, strong organization here. Very organized.
At the hut.
So I'm very organized about getting stuff done. So by that point, all the sketch cards. So they have sketch cards that I offer too. I'll show you some of those.
Yeah. Go ahead. Show whatever you want. Yeah.
Some of the characters, I haven't done too many because really they don't take that long to draw. And they vary from.
These are some rewards for some of the levels.
Yeah, for the other levels. And that's pretty much it. And I'll have posters that are offered to higher pledges and prints, black and white prints. And I'm just waiting for obviously for the cover to be done. Once the cover is done, I'll put it onto Kickstarter. But
yeah.
But everything's the bulk of the work, the hard part of this work is done. That's the most that's what I'm proud about is that it's all done.
Yeah. Well, you worked last year on it.
Yeah, I worked on it between 1 and 3 hours every night. So I was doing it every day and trying to make it better. Originally it was supposed to be 48 pages, but it turned out to be 60 pages because I was like, I wanted to be a big book of like substance. And plus, if you're doing like a graphic novel, the graphic novel started at 60 pages. So I was like, I'm not going to do like a 52-page book and be charged 8 more pages. I'll just,
Yeah.
I'll just take it to 60. So that's kind of what I've done with this book. So, but,
Do y'all have any questions for Hut? I mean, like, anything, just, well, I mean, not anything, but, be nice, but you know what I mean? If y'all have some questions for him.
One of the questions, when are you leaving? When are you going? Why don't you get out of here?
No, our people aren't like that. Huh?
Oh, phew. That's a relief.
No, they're not like that.
Oh, phew.
I think most of them are excited to have a guest because I don't have guests on too often. So
why is that? You got such a great channel.
Because I guess because I just want to do my stuff and
Right.
a lot of guests. It's just a lot, I just don't have a lot of guests.
Well, thanks for having me on. I always have fun when we do a show.
I know. Yeah, I've had Doug on of you, and I've had Jason, and yeah, I've had quite a few people.
Yeah.
I usually leave them up for a few weeks, and then I don't leave them up.
Yeah.
So yeah, just give everybody a chance to see it while they can, and then,
Right.
And that's it. So let's see. Does anybody have any questions? Ask us some art questions. What kind of art questions do y'all have? I'm sure y'all have some art questions. Is the chat moving? Let's make sure the chat's
Hello,
working.
anybody there?
Yeah. Hello.
Hello.
Bueller. Oh my gosh. I don't know. It may not. Janet, is the chat working? There it goes. Okay. Oh my goodness. So I'll see if anybody has any questions. And yeah, so maybe they're all over on Kickstarter looking it over, Hut.
I noticed people. I know some people backed it. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you guys for backing an independent comic creator. I mean, it's that's tough. It's gonna be tough.
Right.
So thank you guys. Rachel says she's fascinated with the process. Yeah, it's quite the process, isn't it, Hut? To make a comic. I mean, like after you had the idea, then you started thumbnailing, or what did you?
No. What I did was, I was like, well, if I'm gonna do this right, I gotta do it from the very beginning.
So you wrote the script first?
No, what I did was I wrote story ideas.
Okay.
And I basically just was writing for 2 weeks. And just writing, ideas for dialogue and writing ideas for hold on a second.
Okay.
I was writing ideas for stories, dialogue, what's going to happen. And that's kind of what I was doing for the first 2 weeks. Now, this right here is for the next story. This is just a regular, small little notepad.
You're starting the second one now?
Yeah. But it's going to be.
Sure.
So I did this, but I didn't do it like this. I was just sort of writing it out. And I did that for 2 weeks. And then I sort of gave myself a deadline. So the 2 weeks was in April. So I finished it at the end of April. So I was like, I want to have the script done by the end of June. I mean, the end of May. And have it done by June 1st.
And that was in
2021. So that was last year. So the whole month of May, I was every night, 1 to 3 hours every night, writing the script, organizing it. And that's basically what I did for a month. And once I was done, I sent it to a couple of top men.
Yeah.
I would say it from Indiana Jones.
I know what you mean, though. Yeah.
So, and one of them was the YouTuber Captain Cummings, was a big comic book fan. I just wanted to know what he thought about it. So he looked at it, and a couple other guys looked at it, and they came back. They gave me notes on it. So I was like, all right. So I kind of worked on it, the script, and then in the middle of July, I was like, I got to start drawing stuff because, I can always go back to the writing, always do what I need to do with the writing. So so I started doing that. And I was sort of doing a lot of off and on during last summer. And obviously having a channel of the Baseball Hut, which is a different thing. So
Hut's also into baseball, which that's good to me because I follow the Mets and the Braves. So
right. So, and it's a good distraction too for me.
Yeah.
Because you can't talk about comics all the time. You talk about comics all the time, it makes you crazy. Baseball doesn't make you crazy.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. It might.
No, you know what it is different though, because the comics get frustrated.
Different kind of crazy. Yeah. I hear you.
It's sort of, you could share the craziness with sports.
Right.
Unlike with comics, it's a kind of a lonely experience.
Sure.
You're reading stuff, so it's a little different. So when we got to October and the Mets season was over, then I really started diving into the book, and basically I was doing it up until May. I was done with it last month. So the beginning of last month. So that's kind of where I went with it. And I'm constantly making changes, and there might be changes along the line before I finish it, before the thing is funded, whatever.
Yeah.
But it's coming along. So we'll see how it. Like I said,
First one goes. Yeah.
yeah. If it doesn't fund, it doesn't fund. It's not something that I'm like gonna kick myself over. I have very little support, so it's a little bit kind of different with me and other people. I have you that supports me.
At least, if they don't back it, they're going to at least
Right.
help promote it and stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
So, that's a big deal.
Yeah,
But,
it is.
But like I said, you support me. Douglas Ernst supports me. Timothy Lim, Captain Cummings,
Yeah.
And I know a few others too.
People.
Well, if you have one person that supports you, that's all you need, really. That's really all you need. Beyond that, you don't need like 1,000 people. You need one person.
Yeah.
One person likes it and they tell somebody else, then it's sort of word of mouth, and then that's kind of how it is. But this was a fun process, and I love talking about it.
Yeah. Well, and it looks awesome.
Well, thank you. It's coming along.
Yeah.
I got a lot of surprises in it from the guys that read the script. I showed you one of the surprises, so you get like an exclusive thing here on this channel. So my introduction of my villain.
Yeah. I love that story. The backstory about it. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's see. Yeah, so people in the chat, thank you for saying nice things about me.
Yeah, that's awesome, guys. He really is. He's real. Hut is real. He's
right.
not. Yeah, Hut is real.
So. Yeah, that realness gets me in trouble, but that's okay.
Well, it does. Yeah, he's real and he's honest. He'd get along good. Let's put it this way, guys. He'd get along great with Janet. Janet's like that too. Very honest and very, speaks her mind. And I don't say it gets her in trouble, but it could. But she's one of those forthright people as well, Hut. So yeah, we understand.
Afro Sensible Sister asked me, asked me, when did you start drawing? When I was like 3.
You want to tell a little bit about your beginnings of being in the art and what you've done?
Yeah, as a little kid, I was always drawing, and it didn't matter what it was. I was always drawing like on in books and stuff. And one time I got in trouble. I was drawing on the walls of my house. The
usual.
Yeah, my mother flipped out. She always flipped out. What the hell's the matter with you? 3 years old. What's the matter with you?
Did you so then you went to school for art, and what did you tell
no, not really. I just went to
teaching art. You were teaching art for a while.
Yeah, for a little while, but I really, I just love to draw, and I love telling stories.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of how it is. Now I've commented on the comic, but I don't really read too many comics anymore. I like do my own stuff.
It's not the same as it used to be, is it?
No, the audience is different. It's not so much the kids are buying. Kids aren't buying it. It's adults that are buying it.
Yeah. So
adults ruin all the fun and things.
Yeah.
Really,
it's true. I know. I hear you.
True.
I hear you.
Because if you don't like something, they flip out.
Mm-hmm.
And they always say, "Well, everybody else likes it." Who? I don't like it. I don't care what anybody else likes.
Uh-huh.
And and then you get online and they're a little strange online.
Yeah. Online is strange anyway.
Yeah. A lot of it's not real, but so what are you doing right now? What are you painting? What are you drawing?
I'm working on a portrait commission.
Oh.
Yeah, it's here, I'll show you real quick.
What are you using?
Pan pastels.
Oh, okay.
they're pastels, and then I'm getting it all based in. Then I'll go in with my color pencils,
Oh,
and and everybody makes fun of me because I have all my little nubs in here, but I have plenty of full length new pencils, people. So, but I just grab whatever and just.
What are you using? A palette knife?
Yeah, it's no, it's not a palette knife. Well, it's like a palette knife, but it has a sponge on it.
Oh.
For to use with the pastels.
Oh, they make those things?
Yeah, it's fairly a new thing. It's been around for quite a while, but it's not,
Oh.
It's like a new kind of pastel. It's much more creamier, and it's not dry and chalky like old pastels. It's very creamy like.
Yeah.
And you have special kind of sponges that are made for it and then you can just get, if you do bigger, I use these for little palettes, but you can use them to do big pieces too. But anyway, so yeah, this is who I'm working on right here. This little girl. Yeah, so I got it up there, and I'm just
now you were never in art school. You never taught school or anything?
No, I've taken lots of I've taken a lot of classes. When I did go back to college in my 30s, but I didn't major in art. I majored in journalism.
Right.
I believe it. And but anyway, but I took a lot of art classes, a lot of life drawing classes. I took a lot of art classes, but I didn't get a degree or anything like that. We moved a lot. My husband's retired military, so we were always moving. So, and I grew up in the military too. My dad was in the military. So, I didn't get a degree or anything, but I've always taken community college and always gone to life classes, life drawing, and, that kind of thing. And plus I'm just good at teaching myself because having to move so much my whole life, I'm just good at, buying books and supplies and teaching myself. So I've always done that. But yeah. Thanks, Anne. Anne pledged.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. You'll get the book right away, so you won't have to. You're not gonna wait like 2 years for it.
Yeah, no,
you'll get it right away.
Yeah, in September. Yeah, somewhere.
September, October, we'll say. But it says December, but it says December on there. But you'll get it long before that.
Yeah.
So,
and then Cat and Paste has a question about: do you illustrate one page at a time or draft out all the pages? That's a good question.
Yeah, that's a good question. Well, they call it thumbnails. We thumbnail it out. I try to thumbnail as much as I can as I go along. So maybe I thumbnail maybe 10 pages at a time. Once I did the script, then I had an idea of how I want it to look, and then you're always editing in this thing, so you're constantly changing it. So if you're changing it all the time, then you have something a little bit different. Like I said originally, when I introduced Banana Lear, he just was coming out of like a ray of light, and then I just sort of changed it to a waterfall. So sometimes you make changes as you go along, and that's kind of what I did here. So there's always changes with this. You can't sort of say, well, it's perfect. You always got to sort of make
moving around,
right. And if you think it looks, and if you think it needs to be fixed, you fix it. And there were other scenes in the book with the cover that I switched to where I integrated the cover into the story, which I was happy about, which was something that was extra. It was one of these extra pages that I did. But I'm very happy with the whole process. I just want to get through the campaign. Hopefully it funds. Then I can start work on the second book, and that won't be nearly as ambitious as this, because I think that whatever money I have left over, even if I fund it at a small level, I can get it on digital and whatnot, because then I think I could probably pay the letterer for a second book off of this campaign.
That'd be awesome. Huh?
But we'll see.
Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see how that goes.
And Becky said, worth the wait, no matter how long from what we're seeing here, Hut.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I will say this: if it doesn't fund, I'm still going to get it out to people. So it's not it's going to get out there. So,
Yeah.
and just if you're really interested in it and it doesn't fun, let me know.
You can make your own copies.
Right. A lot of it depends on my other channel, the baseball channel, because I do bring in quite a bit of money off of that.
Mm-hmm.
So I know I'll get more subs on there and more views on there. So
Yeah, if you're interested in baseball or know somebody that is, then follow Hut on his baseball channel.
So
he has the comic book Hut and the baseball.
Pretty much those two, really.
Yeah, yeah.
The other ones they pretty much dead channels. Those channels are dead. I'm not doing anything more with those anymore, I think. But
well, you're so busy. I don't know when you have time.
Yeah,
anyway.
Yeah. That's the big thing.
Yeah.
And during the summer, it's very busy. So that's the story.
Yeah. Do y'all have more questions for Hut on?
I have a question for you, Dee Dee.
What is it, Bubbly Edna?
How's your cats?
They're good.
How's hubby?
He's good.
How's your daughter?
She's good. Well, I have two, but the one that comes.
How's your daughters? I'm sorry. How's your daughters?
Right. They're good.
You have a son?
No son.
No son.
Two daughters. I got two grandsons and a granddaughter.
Oh, no.
But
how's your grandson's son?
They're all good. They're all good, Hut.
Okay, tell Bubbly Edna said hi.
Okay, Bubbly Edna. Oh my gosh. Hi, CB.
Your chat's probably like, what is going on here?
No.
Bubbly Edna, what's this guy cracking up?
No, they're a little bit more crazy than you think.
Oh,
yeah.
But I was the only one.
No, they're polite too. So they're being polite and trying to, let you do all your promoting and talking about that's just the way they roll. I know them. I know them all.
Oh, okay. That's good.
Yeah.
Rachel says you should create a comic about Bubbly Edna.
That would be funny.
Oh, forget about it.
Forget about it.
To be honest with you, I do have a friend named Edna.
Uh-huh.
And she basically is everything I say she is in my videos. Exactly. So one time I asked her, I was like, look, because I've done books where, with characters that are like animals. And she has cats.
Uh-huh.
So I said to her, if you were an animal, what would you be? I figured, she's going to say she wants to be a cat.
Uh-huh.
I said, well, Edna, what do you want to be if you were an animal? A horse.
A horse.
I was like, a horse? So I was like, all right. So if I were to do a book, it would have Bubbly Edna as a horse.
Oh, that would be hilarious.
Hi, how are you? Obnoxious, annoying horse. The horse would look at somebody and say, will you adopt me? I said that to Tim Lim one night when I think I had him on my show, or I was on his show, or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And I don't think he knew what to say. And he knows the whole story,
Yeah.
So he's like, no, I can't adopt you. I have a rabbit.
Yeah, Tim. I follow Tim on Facebook. I love his comics as well, but I love his rabbits. I love seeing his rabbit family.
He loves those rabbits.
I know.
Loves those rabbits. That's all he cares about.
Yeah, it's awesome. Oh my goodness.
This was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Oh, Bubbly Edna, the horse meets Zippy the unicorn. Zippy does come in every now and then. He stops.
Imagine Edna meeting Zippy. Zippy doesn't like me.
Oh my gosh.
I asked him what he was getting for Father's Day. He's like, I don't have a father. I'm like, oh, sorry. Excuse me. Such a grouch. He's so grouchy.
Let's see. Hut does draw characters, and he drew. I don't know if y'all remember my John Wayne and my Sean Connery.
What I was going to do originally is when we were starting to talk about coming on your show, I was going to do this drawing I owe you of Clint Eastwood.
No, you don't. You don't. So, I'm sure I'd love it if you drew a Clint Eastwood.
So I got busy with this, so I didn't have a chance. But I remember the
Uh-huh.
first time I came on your show, I did Sean Connery,
Yeah, yeah.
and I came out pretty good.
That's my guy. Yeah, Sean
Yeah,
Connery is my
and
guy.
then the next time we did a show,
John Wayne.
I did John Wayne,
Uh-huh.
and I had Miss Dee Dee, and we talked about John Wayne. See, my version of John Wayne is kind of weird because I got the New York accent, and I'm basically doing an impression of Robin Williams doing John Wayne. Why don't you get off?
Accent, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Why don't you get off that horse and head on down to the saloon? You know, and that's my version of John Wayne. All right, Miss Dee Dee, meet me at the saloon. You know, tell Miss Dee Dee I'll meet her at the church. You know.
Yeah.
You know.
Too funny.
Tell Bubbly Eden to stay in her house. Oh, John Wayne doesn't like me. I met John Wayne's wife. She loves me.
So what got you? I mean, I know you've drawn like different cartoon characters and comic characters and stuff that you've drawn, but what originally got you involved? You know, to like drawing, comics and characters, like
pretty much since I was a little kid.
Yeah.
And when I was younger, it got me into reading too. Reading comics because I wasn't good at reading, and that helped a lot.
Comics does, I think would get kids into reading, but they're all on their phones now,
Yeah.
Yeah, they read if they're reading anything, the kids,
and that's the one problem with comics today is it's so political.
Yeah.
That it's difficult to have the kids read it.
Yeah.
That it's just not healthy for them,
Yeah.
And but I'm not going to go off too much further than that, but that's the problem. And a lot of times the writing isn't good.
Yeah.
So if you have writing that's
just
bad,
a political statement.
not even that. It's just the writing is just bad.
Mm-hmm.
And you have characters that don't relate to a general audience. It's difficult.
Yeah.
So it's funny. I learned a lot of different words when I was a kid. Words I don't even see today, just in regular writing. That when I was back in the 80s, it was very, the writing was very much, was really good, just really good writing, and you get to see really fleshed out characters in terms of the human aspect of it. And the humor was good. The humor is not good in comics. It's humorless, So they take the comic part out of comic books, So that's just how it is today.
Show a couple of the pages you've shown already, but show them. I flip the pages so that people can see.
Okay.
Again. Hi, CD. Anybody else popping in? Thanks everybody for being here while we talk about.
I can't stay on too much longer because I'm starting to lose power on my computer.
Okay. That's fine. I mean, I wanted to have you on for at least an hour.
Yeah, that's fine.
An hour.
Here's my whale. That's on the page. This isn't on the page. I showed this to you earlier. This is my group picture.
I love that one.
Yeah.
I love that one with them looking down like that.
I use some reference in some of my work, and this is a football huddle.
Oh, yeah, that's good. Yeah, football huddle would be a perfect reference for that.
Right. So that's kind of what I did. So, you got to use reference in a lot of the artwork, especially in comics. You can't just sort of do stuff.
I mean, look, I'm not making these people up.
Right. Right.
Yeah, if you don't use reference, your everything's going to be off.
Oh yeah, you're all messed up if you don't have that reference.
Yeah.
So
people go, well, I think that's a horse, but
here's the thing about drawing a horse: if you don't draw it right, it looks like a cartoon horse.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You have to use reference. You know.
That's the one thing you have to use a reference for. Yeah. I had drawn. I come up with an idea a couple of years ago. A bunch of comic creators are asking me to do commissions on my channel, and one of them was this one character. He was like a skeleton inside of a spacesuit. And I thought it'd be a fantastic idea to match him with a horse, like a space horse.
With the skeleton, him being a skeleton.
But it wasn't a skeleton. It was like an armored horse.
Okay.
So I was like, well, I don't want to draw the head because if you mess up the head,
Uh-huh.
It's not gonna look right. So I did it from the back. I think it
Uh-huh.
came out. I don't know where I put it. It came out fantastic. I know the creator was very happy with it. So
Oh, awesome.
I
I
helped
hope you
the
kept,
sort
I
of
hope you
little
kept
creation.
copies.
No, I have the original.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
know where I put it. It's around here
Okay.
somewhere. But yeah, so I'm very creative with my work. Very, very creative.
Well, it's
And
looking awesome. I love the high contrast kind of
yeah.
style that you
Well, I
have.
had to go a little heavy with it because there's no color in it.
Yeah, yeah.
Because originally
But
with the
we're all going
color,
to color it. Everybody that backed it, we're going to buy that copy and we're going to color it ourselves.
yeah,
I'm
maybe in
going
the
to color
future,
mine.
if this does well, maybe I'll do a coloring book at some point. I
That'd
think
be, well,
people
I
would.
mean, I think you could just color it.
Yeah,
I'm going to. Well, I don't know, I'll color the whole thing, but I'll color some of the pages that I
yeah,
like.
yeah.
Yeah. So, and Rachel said, thank you, Hunt, for sharing your time and
Oh,
talent.
thank you for having me on.
You're welcome. Well, if you want to come back on again, in a few weeks or
Yeah,
something,
yeah. I like to come back on
toward the,
before the
yeah,
campaign. Yeah,
before the Kickstarter closes and come in and promote it, again, and for a last push or whatever.
right. The last day is July 22nd at 8:37 p.m.
Okay, so
It's a weird time.
y'all have until the end of July or so.
Carol Bod says on 123 says, "What does your studio look like? You don't want to know. It's a mess.
Well, right now there's pencils on the floor. You
Yeah,
missed it,
pencils all over the
Bill.
place.
Yeah, he came in and his pencils went flying. So we did a little ASMR for Rachel with falling pencils.
Uh,
Oh my gosh, that was funny.
yeah,
Well, I'll let you go, Hud, since you've been
yeah.
on, about an hour.
Right.
And again, you're welcome to come back anytime.
Thank
Just
you.
let me know.
Okay,
And
I
we
appreciate it.
appreciate. And here again, guys, and I will put the link in the description box under this video. And I do have in the title "Drawing with Comic Book Hut," so you'll know which video it is if you want to go back and look at it and get the link. Wait, look what Rachel said, Hut.
Boy,
Uh,
tell everybody I said hi.
but let us know anytime you want to come back or promote anything. And I do share out the links on Twitter, and of course I've already backed it.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I see some people backed it. Thank you. I really appreciate
guys,
it.
all y'all that backed it today, I appreciate that.
Right.
And if you know people that might like this, whether you back it or share it out. That you just don't know how. Just sharing things out really does
Right.
promote something. It really does
Right.
help.
So thank you everybody, and that's pretty much it. That's the story.
Thank you so
And
much for coming on. We enjoyed
thank you,
talking
Dee
to
Dee.
you. You're
Thank you.
welcome.
I'll talk to you soon.
Okay, we will.
Thank you.
Okay.
Have a good day, everybody. Boy. Bye. Bubby
Bye.
Edna says bye. Bye, Bubby Edna. Boy. What are we going to do now, Hud? How are you going to sell this book? Well, this is what we're going to do. We're going to send flyers out on a plane. You know how to fly? No. Do you know how to fly? No. All right, then we're in trouble. You better get a pilot. I'll tell you a story about Bubbly Edna. She went on a plane one time, right? And she was wearing her glasses when she went on the plane. So they were showing people how to pull the life preserver on the plane.
Yeah.
So Bubbly Edna, you come. We need a volunteer. So Bubbly Edna went up. She pulled on the cord. It popped open. Her glasses went flying like 10 rows in. And the glasses landed in somebody's lap. Everybody's like, everybody laughed on the plane. Oh yeah, but you didn't break your glasses.
I just pictured that whole scene.
Oh my God, you don't know what I put up with. You don't know. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate it.
We'll
Have a good day.
Soon.
Bye.
Okay, you too.
Bye.
Bye. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Thanks, guys. Y'all. Thanks for helping to promote Hut's Kickstarter and just chatting and asking questions, and it was fun. Oh my goodness. And hello, everybody coming in. Jane, You're welcome, Hut. Hut saying thanks. Everybody coming in. Let's see. I know I miss people. So, but anyway, so this is what I'm working on. I'm just working on a commission, a grandchild for. I've drawn this man's like I think six other grandchildren. This might be grandchild number seven. So I have my picture right up here of her, and I'm just working on it with a pan pastel base. And that was fun. Yeah, that was fun, right, Hadar? Yeah, and good morning to anybody else I missed. I am going to have to go and spray this, and so that means going outside and on the porch to spray it. And for those that did ask, I saw Angie and some other people asking. I did get my new AC unit in yesterday. It took them about 1, 2, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4. It took about 6 hours or so. Let me get a baby wipe. I got chalk on my hands. It took, I think, about 6 hours to get it put in because they replaced the unit, the heat pump in the attic, which was huge for them to get it up there. It barely fit. They took out the old one and put the new one up there, and then the whole unit outside. I'll show you a picture of it because it was like close to 22 years old, and you can't get them fixed anymore. You have to replace them because they don't make Freon. So yeah. So let's see here. Let me show you the picture. Oh, and here's my garden pictures too. I mean, this is what I got off my garden yesterday. I got these, and I got this one squash. Let me show you the unit. So there's the new outdoor unit. They put a new slab down and everything. So it's huge. This thing is huge. It comes up to my chest. I mean, like, it's really big. And so yeah, we got our new AC put in, and yeah, I think so too, CB. And of course, and we got the new thermostat, and it was yeah. Of course, I didn't take pictures of the huge. I mean, the unit in the the heat and air pump in the attic is like twice as big as this. It's like this on top of another piece. It's huge in the attic. So yeah, that's what a HVAC is. The yeah, I know, Tina. So they have the heat pump up in the attic, and it's the central heat and air. So it's our heater and our air conditioning. It's all heat and air. So yeah, exactly, exactly, Tina. So anyway, we got that done. But I am going to leave today at 11. I got some stuff to do today, and I may not be here next Wednesday either. So, but I'll let y'all know on Monday about that. So yeah, so I'm working on this little girl. She has her little baby teeth in there. Look, let me see her little baby teeth. And she has some chocolate or something on her face. I'm not going to put that in. I'm not going to put the chocolate on the face. So anyway, I need to go spray this, but I want to make sure that there's nothing that I need to erase because you can't after you spray it. So let's see. She needs a little bit more curve in her, right above her eyebrow. Let's see. Let me fix this here. Right above her eyebrow here, kind of comes up like this. And then, so I'm going to do a couple little touch ups here, and then I'll go spray it. And I need to do a quick look upside down. So if you turn your piece upside down and you look at it upside down, you'll see any mistakes that you need to fix real quickly. So I'm going to get my white pencil here and fix anything. Yeah. So I like her chin needs to come down here just a little bit. Let me get to come down just a little here. So give me just a second because then I've got to go outside on the porch to spray. This needs to come in, which her hair will be there. So I need to come in there a little bit. Maybe I need to do a little bit. Well, let me do it with this color. So I want to get the shape of the proportions in her face right. And of course, the details will all be in color pencil. So get her little chin there. Once I post on IG, I see lots of mistakes. Yeah, and that's another thing, Carol, CB, is that when you look at it with a camera or on, like when I look on the screen, things you can see so much things that are wrong. You can see it so much easier on camera than you can just looking at it. I don't know what it is about it. It like fools your eye, or, of course, when you do this upside down, that's part of it. When you do this upside down, you your eye is your eyes are seeing what's actually there, that rather than what you think should be there. So it makes all the difference when you turn it upside down or look in a mirror. But it's easier just to turn it upside down when you're working on your desk, or take a picture of it and look at it on the camera. As soon as I take a picture of any commission or any portrait, especially portraits, you can see immediately what's wrong. You can see immediately what's wrong. Something about the proportion of it, Let me turn her back upside down here. So I'm just going to do a couple little adjustments here, and then I'll go spray the pan pastel. And then I'll do a little bit of work. I'll probably stay for about an hour until about 11. So I'll probably leave about 11. I think Denise said she was going to come down this weekend too. That'd be nice. So yeah, get a few things here. So what are y'all working on today? And thanks everybody for asking Hut questions and interacting with him. I really hope his Kickstarter funds. We like to support indie comic creators. Well, I do. And I have posted pictures recently of a couple other people's comics that I've purchased. They're on my Instagram. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, same name, you can find me the same name on Instagram and see some of the projects that I supported. Are you good with those pan pastels? Well, I haven't used them for a long, long time. I'm okay. I mean, trust me, there's people out there that are experts at pan pastels. I use them mostly for a base, to get things based in. And then I go in with a lot of my pencil work. It makes it quicker and a little smoother. So let me just check her side of her face here just to make sure that this is, it's a child. Their little faces are chubbier than you think, just because they're the children's faces, And then this kind of comes in like that. Her cheek kind of comes in that way. Right about at her eyebrow there. And then, of course, she's going to have a little bit darker area up in here for it'll be more shadowed up here under her hair. Right in there. Then she has some strands of hair coming down. All right, let me go back on this side again. So that looks pretty good. She's got her little eyebrows right in here. They're very light. Her hair is very blonde and her eyebrows are very, very light. But you want to make sure that you see that she has eyebrows. So they'll be in there like that. Okay, so I think this is good enough for me to go spray it. All right. Here we go. course, her eyes are, he said that her eyes are like green turning to brown. So they're not, I haven't got them not near dark enough yet. So, oh, you started the mini journal I sent you, Jane? Awesome. Thanks, Tina. Yeah, I remember that brand. Let's see. I bought a book that had many different creative lettering ideas, 500 stickers. I don't know if I have that one, Missy. I have several kinds like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go out and spray this. Her dress is white with polka dots. So, you know, I've got to put all those little polka dots. And I'm not going to put the little, I think that's chocolate right there. I'm not going to put that in her face. So let me go run outside real quick and spray this on the porch. And then I'll be right back. Oh, let me do a BRB. And hopefully Malibu's asleep on the floor. Hopefully she'll either follow me downstairs and stay off of this. So I'm not going to lock her out. So, all right, guys, I'll be right back. I'm going to take, oh, and I did spray. Let me show you all what I spray with. I spray it with the Grumbacher Final Fixative Matte. And this looks exactly like the gloss one. Make sure you get matte. You don't want to spray this with a gloss finish. So you want to get matte. So this is what I use, and I go outside. I don't spray it in the studio. So give me just a minute, guys. It'll only take a minute. I just put a light coat on it, and I'll be right back. Okay, I just put enough on there so that it doesn't shift. And you can do it multiple times. Try to do it light coat though, like just, you know, kind of a mist. You don't want to like get it wet, you know. Let's see. And the paper I'm using is the Tone Tan Mixed Media. It's cardstock weight. It's 184 pound, 300 GM, whichever one your country you're in. But it's so it's like a cardstock weight. So let's see. Yeah, oh, text her aloud. Thanks, Tina. So if you have any questions, thanks everybody for being here. I appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out. Okay, so let's see. What do I want to do next? I'm going to move my pan pastels over to the side for a minute. And I can still go back and add more pastels if I want, which I probably will. But you have to spray it again. You do have to spray it if you add more because it's not set. All right, so let's see. Do y'all want me to zoom in one maybe? Let me re-autofocus. Okay. There we go. You know, I'm only seeing the workable fixative. That's all right, Tina. I like the final fixative. You can use a workable too, but I like the final because to me it has an odor, but it doesn't smell as badly as the other. So, oh, the air conditioner just turned on. Feels so nice. Feels so nice to have the new, and it's quieter too. And we'll get a energy credit. We'll get an energy credit for that. We better. I tell you, new air conditioners are not cheap. Just FYI. Let's let's see who else is typing. Let's see. Okay, Debbie. Okay. Oh, you're welcome, Rachel. You have a good day too. Thank you, Rach. All right, so I'm gonna leave probably, I'm not gonna stay long today because I have things I have to get done today, and maybe next Wednesday as well. So we'll wait and see. Let's see here. All right, so I think I'm gonna zoom in on. See, this is why I like the iPad. Look. See how close I can get up on the eye? It's awesome. I usually don't do that. I usually get about that close because that's close enough so you don't, get everything out of proportion. If you zoom up on one eye, you're going to go way over here. You're not going to, so this is about good right there. So I'm going to work on her eyes a little bit. And I do have what color is this? Light umber. It's kind of a greeny brown color. And then I also have my dark brown here. So if y'all have any questions, throw it up there in caps. All right. And I think I'm going to take these 2 bracelets off here because I don't want to scratch it. This one should be okay. It's just cloth, but I don't want to scratch the work. So I don't know how much you're going to be able to see. Should I zoom in? Y'all want me to zoom in some more? See, how's that? Well, I got to turn down the light. That looks pretty good. Let's see. Let me try to autofocus one more time. How's that? Guess it's best to use a tan color paper for portraits. That's all I use, Tina. That's all I only use the tan paper for my portraits. Nothing else. I've used the thinner paper too. I've used a thinner, and then when I found out about this thicker paper, I started using it. But I have to order it. I never see it in the stores. The cardstock weight. I never see that in the store. So this is just where I really take my time and everything here. So I don't know how much you're going to enjoy seeing me just work on eyes, but but I really like to get the eyes just right, So do y'all have any questions or anything? And she does have quite the lashes. Am I too quiet? I need my pen for the pupils. I guess it's best to use that tan color paper. Oh yeah, I already answered that. Okay. So I'm just going to go back and forth to both the eyes. I'm going to get my blue pencil out. Or a small set of gelatos just to try how to use. Oh yeah, I've got some gelatos. I like if you like, that type of thing. There's different ones you can use, Tina. Gelatos, but personally, I like the woodies. I like woodies. You can, because you can do good dry stuff, and they're water soluble, and they're not as like leave waxy, like, I don't know. These you can, these are more mixed media. I love the woodies. And then if you're going to do anything like serious coloring with a water soluble crayon, then probably the Neo Color 2s. Neo, nothing beats a Neo Color 2. Just saying. Neo Color 2s are awesome. So if you have any questions, put them in caps. I'm looking up every now and then. I bought a Faber-Castell set, the iridescent. You mean of what? Of what? The iridescent Neo Color 2s? Those are Caran d'Ache, though. I don't know what ones you mean. I'll get our highlights in the eye in a minute, and it'll really make it stand out here. And I've still got to shade the whole face. This is just the base. Oh, of the gelatos. The gelatos iridescent. How do you like them? How they work? I don't know that I might have one or two. I've only got a few gelatos. I only got a few. She has such big eyes. All his grandkids do. They have big eyes. Just slight little eyebrows. You see the gel that everybody know. Oh, okay. You're going to get them. Okay. Okay. That sounds good, Tina. I did get, I also got another, well, I'll show that next time. I posted it on Instagram. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, I try to post things I'm buying and promoting, and my garden and my cats. It's art. The whole channel's art. I mean, the whole Instagram is about art, cats, and gardening. I find drawing kids really difficult to draw. And you just got to take your time. No, you do. No, this isn't. Slate gray. Let me sharpen. Hi, Amanda. Anybody else I missed coming in? Thanks, everybody, for stopping in today. It's kind of a shorter stream, and we had Hut on to help promote his Kickstarter. I kind of hold my breath when I do this. I don't hold my breath as much as I used to. I used to say, "Why are you moaning while you're arting?" So I'm not moaning, but what I was doing is I was holding my breath, so I'd go, "Ugh." And exhale, I'd exhale and it sounded like I was moaning. The garden should be in a garden. My garden? No, my garden's nothing really special. I'm telling y'all, go look at Juanita. She spins. Dale Kwan, Juanita. Go look at her garden, her YouTube channel. I only have a little square foot garden. It's nothing big. It's just a little 8-foot square, just enough to grow some peppers and tomatoes, squash and cucumbers on a good year. So why are you doing all that breathing? Just got a couple little laugh things there, laugh lines, whatever, smile lines. So what else y'all got going on? Anything? Any plans for the weekend? Just a couple little ashes. I don't. All right, let's see. Let me see about her little teeth here. Little baby teeth look they can look kind of creepy because they're so just little chiclets, with spaces between them. They haven't grown into, where there's no space between their teeth. All right, I need let's see which pus. Do I have one here? And I'll tap some color on top so they're not too stark. And then you can see just a little bit up in here, a couple up under her gum line there. Julie's working on one staple collage for iCAD and a final week in my 100-day art journal. Now, if you don't follow Julie Topaz, she posts something every day. Every day. Okay. They stand out a lot. They're very stark because I haven't done the shading and the skin and everything yet. You know, once everything gets knocked back in the face, it's not quite as dramatic. I mean, I want them to be dramatic, but not, they're not. Does anyone else hear an audio clip repeating? Hear an audio clip repeating? And hi, Helen, by the way. Hi. Now, I won't post this on Instagram. What I do with commissions like this, I mean, he doesn't care if I do his grandchildren on my show, but I will post them after he likes it and approves it. Then he will. I'll post it on my Facebook, tagging him. So you might be able to see it on Facebook, in a week or so. But I don't post my portrait commissions unless, well, I have done a couple. I've got permission, like Kenny's granddaughter. She said I could do that, and a few portrait commissions I do put on Instagram, but not all of them. Just depends on who it is, and if they don't care. Some people don't like if I do memorial commissions for deceased relatives and stuff. A lot of times those don't get put up. It just depends, if they don't care. But I just take my take my time. Sorry, guys. Let me get a sip of water. Thank you, Tina. Thank you, Helen. I'm not a lot on Facebook. Most everything I do now is on Instagram and YouTube. So, my family is on Facebook, but I'm really not. I'm just going to be honest. I'm not really on Facebook. don't have time for TikTok and I'm I'm not dissing on anybody that does it. I just don't have time. I'm on just what I'm on is enough, you know. Sorry, I'm not talking as much. I'm concentrating. That's probably why I don't do too many of these. I don't work on portraits too much online because I'm really concentrating, you know. And I really don't know how interesting it is. If you don't do portraits, how interesting is it really to watch? You know. But thanks for being here. Thank you, lurkers. Do you have any questions or anything? I guess obviously if you did, you'd ask. Oh, thanks, Angie. Usually I get the most requests for commission portraits around Christmas. And then I don't have time to do everybody's because everybody wants one at Christmas time. So let me get some more whites, highlights established back since the doing the, what do you call it, the pan pastel. The air conditioner is so quiet. The other one wasn't overly loud or anything, but sure is so much more quiet than the old one. I mean, it better bring me breakfast in bed for as much as they cost. And I don't eat breakfast. Gonna need to bring her cheek down just a little bit more there. There we go. That's better. It just takes time to do all the layering. Okay, on this side of her face, there's going to be some blue in there. Let me see if I can go ahead. Maybe I should do that with pan pastel. Maybe I should have done that before I. Let me go ahead and put some of the blue in here. Because I got to spray it again after that. I don't want that dark blue in there. Let's see. Let me get this one. There we go. That's better. You want to give her a lollipop? All right, Julie. I just want to give her a lollipop. Well, she has chocolate on her face, so I think she might have already had one. Can almost get, let me see. No, I like that one. Let's just get a little bit of that darker, just a little bit for right in here. There we go. That's going to get too dark. Go back over to this. Go. She's starting to shape up. Starting to shape up. Oh, thank you. Let's see. Call me Annie. Thank you, Call Me Annie, for the super chat. Thank you so much. I'll have to go see if you have a channel, Call Me Annie. I don't recognize you. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Hi, Abigail. Well, I haven't been working on it too much. I worked a little bit on it while Hut, but I had Hut on the what do you call it? Big screen. So I haven't. You probably haven't missed much. I've probably only been working about 30 minutes. Her little chin is a little, let me go over here to a little bit more. I just need to kind of, here we go, around that little chin. Clean off my paper towels, what I used to, and then get a little bit of highlight right under that chin right there. There we go. That's better. Here we go. Get a little bit of. I'm going to put me a new. These little. What do you call it? Sponge. The tips on these. The tips on the fine ones don't last very long. There we go. Okay, let me clean that off and put a little lighter right along that edge. There we go. All right. Is that a light blue pastel? This? Are you talking about this? Or are you talking about this? What do you? Yeah, it's light blue. Well, let me lift it up. Ultramarine blue tint is the name of it. Okay, so now I'm going to change the tip. See how the tip wears through? And I even turn it over. See, I turn it over to use the other side, but this one's already kind of worn out. So I'm going to put a new one on. Got a little bucket of them over here. You got to be kind of careful putting them on because you will tear this. This will tear pretty easy. Hi, Terry Brett. So thinking the same thing. What did Abigail say? Oh, never think of any blue. Well, but if you look at her picture, if you look at the picture, see the blue? Can you see the blue in her face? Here, 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 right down here, here. It may not be obvious, but and ignore the chocolate. She has chocolate on her face, but you see, you may not be able to tell. And up here, see the blue? Actually, I could probably use more blue. But yeah. All right, so let's see here. Okay. So I think I'd probably get whatever blue I want to get in here before I go spray it one more time. But I won't make y'all sit and wait. I've got to leave in about 10 minutes. So I think what I need to do is, because I don't know that we read last week. Did we read out of our book last week? I'm just kind of smoothing out some areas. Did we read out of our book last week? Our idea book? I don't remember if we did or not. So it could use a little more blue right in here. And you know, I'm still going to blend it all out. This cheek edge is bothered. There we go. That's better. Just needed that roundness right there. That's better. And this is all like, you know, it's not going to probably be as obvious when I blend it all in, but we need to read out of our creativity book. We probably won't do anything out of the 365 days. Thanks, Helen. Hope you're doing well. Helen took a tumble. Kathy Arbor, Colleen, and Picola all took tumbles last week. I told them that we're going to have to call them the bubble wrap fibs. The bubble wrap fibs. Actually, I could use just a tiny bit of purple too, but a little bit of white right there. Oops. Okay, so I think I'm going to go ahead and stop on this. And she's going to have hairs kind of coming across her forehead here and more over here. And I haven't got anything really done with her hair or her dress, which is white with black polka dotty things on it. So, but it's coming along little by little. And I'll turn it upside down again and make sure everything's looking right. But it takes some time. John, any questions? All right, so I'm going to stop, guys, on this. And we will read out of our book and call it a day. Just getting rid of all the dust around here. Yeah, and thanks, guys, for, welcoming Hut in to promote his Kickstarter. One more time, I'm going to put the link, and I will put it in the, I'll put it in the description under the video, too, if y'all missed the Hut and him talking about his comic book. All right, let's see. Let's get our little book here. I'm going to move this up. So I'll show y'all what I'm working on. This is what I'm working on here, minus the chocolate on the face. And that's as far as we got so far. So I'm going to set that up there. Turn off the iPad and we'll read out of our 1,000 Ways to Creativity. Thanks, CB. You're welcome. Oh, yeah, y'all follow him. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to read a couple pages out of our 1,001 Ways to Creativity. Rachel sent this to me when we finished up the other book, which I think after we finish this one, we'll start the other one all over again. We were in it for like 3 years, maybe over 3 years. So, nobody's going to remember all those. Thank you, Tina. All right, so I'll read a few pages out of this, and I just kind of skip around. These are mostly quotes on creativity. And again, I don't necessarily agree with all of them, but take what you will from them. And if some other idea occurs to you while I'm reading them, then write down your idea. Write down your idea because that's what you're going to get the most out of. Okay? Creativity sometimes comes in sudden bursts when you least expect it. So you always need to be prepared to take advantage of such periods and write it down. If an idea occurs to you. You invent your own definition of creativity every time you try something new. If you had a million Shakespeares, could you write like a monkey? Stephen Wright. Think of creativity as a spark. It needs a large stockpile of experience to ignite. If you do not open yourself up to life, then your creativity will just be a flash and never a real fire. Creativity has its head in the clouds, but its feet firmly on the ground. Some of these have who said them, and some of them are just quotes on creativity. Nothing, and next couple pages. Nothing worthwhile ever comes without serious effort, and this is particularly true with regards to creativity. Art will remain the most astonishing activity of mankind, born out of a struggle between wisdom and madness, between dream and reality in our mind. Although creativity is difficult, it is rarely complicated. Rather, it takes complicated notions and finds a simplicity within them. You don't make creativity, you find it. And usually you find it when you're sitting down working on something. You are truly an artist if you can say that you would work. Let me say this again. You are truly an artist if you can say that you would work even if you knew you would never receive any reward. Okay, so I'm going to stop there. So we read a couple pages out of our little creativity book. And let me back up a little here. We're zoomed all in. So I hope y'all enjoyed the show. And I worked a little bit on her. And we got to talk with Hut. And yeah, so thanks everybody for being here. I will try to go through and see. I'm not sure. Chalia Arts. I'm not sure what's going on with you. I don't know what that is. But you know what? I don't know. I don't know. We're getting rid of the .5. I don't know what that even means. Um, thank you. Thank you, Jasper. And let's see what else. Thanks, Janet, and thanks to my mods, Janet, Julie Topaz, Picola, my little snapdragon, and Julie Topaz. Julie Topaz, you have a wonderful Wednesday too. Thanks, guys, and we will see you guys on Monday, or I'll see you at different streamers. So, oh, there, Tina put in a link to the little book that Rachel sent us. Thank you, Tina. All right, guys, y'all have a blessed day, and we will see you soon. Bye, guys.